yeah, all right, come on, come on, come on. How you doing, how you doing, how you doing, everybody, everybody, everybody. Everybody getting busy, everybody getting dizzy up in the hizzy. How you doing, how you doing, how you doing? My name is Tom. I am the UFO Experiencer Coach of Tom Maher Coaching and Tom Maher CPCC. Thank you for watching my video. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since my videos. A little bit of Led Zeppelin's rock and roll for you. Just a little bit of twist in there for you. So, been a long time since I did a video. Yeah. Do you like the t-shirt? It's an old one. It's an old one. If you know it, you know you should do what your bullet boy says. Okay, stop screwing around. This is serious. Let's be serious. So, it's been a long time since I've done the video. So, but even though it's been a long time, I want you to like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. The channel. So like I said, been a long time since I did a video, but I didn't spend a lot of time preparing for this one. But that doesn't mean I don't have a lot to say. So, what's been going on lately? There's a lot of stuff going on. So let's go back a little bit of history. So I've been part of the, well, you see that right there, that the ET is what I probably can refer to as a typical gray alien. So I've been following the UFO phenomenon for as long as I can remember, back to preschool, been interested in it. So I became a member of the Mutual UFO Network, MUFON, Mutual UFO Network, and yes, UFO does mean unidentified flying objects, talking about that again. So, for like 20 years now, I think, maybe about 20 years, I've been a field investigator, and I'm a state director, the Minnesota state director, so very involved in MUFON. I'm going out to Covington, Kentucky in July for the symposium, so that should be fun. But what I want to talk to you about is, so MUFON is a global organization. People see things in the sky, or they see craft, or they encounter entities like that one, or sometimes not like that one, and they can report it to us. And we have field investigators. I'm a field investigator. They'll investigate the case, try to determine what happened. So one of the things that we've had is, well, so people, since you may have heard of Betty and Barney Hill, the very famous abduction case from back in the early 60s. That was like probably the big first well-documented alien abduction case. And a lot of the story came out through hypnotherapy and hypnosis. Well, so we get cases that are just lights in the sky, craft in the sky, craft on the ground, entities on the ground, and people being abducted, as well as a lot of other scenarios. So, and Betty and Barney Hill were regressed with a hypnotherapist to kind of like pull that story out. So we get cases like that. And we had not many hypnotherapists in our organization. But then we had a field investigator here in Minnesota. He became a field investigator, I want to say in the mid to late 90s, named Craig Lang. And Craig was voracious. He just could not get, you couldn't give him enough cases to investigate. He was investigating. But a lot of times he'd get stuck because there'd be like an abduction possibility or scenario or something, and he couldn't get into that story because the memories were repressed, and they needed hypnotherapists to help work with him. Well, he has looked, couldn't find any hypnotherapist that was willing to do that. So he trained and became a hypnotherapist and specialized in extraterrestrial alien abduction stuff. So he was our guy in Minnesota, but not just in Minnesota. In MUFON, there wasn't many in the country or even the world, so people were sending lots of their cases for alien abduction and stuff for Craig, so Craig could do hypnotic regressions and work on alien abduction cases. And unfortunately, boy, it's probably been the better part of 10 years now. Craig passed away. Craig was, he was the state director of Minnesota. He was my assistant for a while. Really great guy. Craig passed away. And then from that point on, we didn't really have any hypnotherapists in, not only in Minnesota, but not many in MUFON. We'd have to kind of like farm it out. But, it's kind of, when you get into like the alien abduction stuff, a lot of hypnotherapists kind of shy away from that. And I would be doing networking. I'd ask for, because I'm a life coach. So I specialize in people who've been abducted by aliens and their family members. So I work with life coaching stuff with that. So I'd be networking, I'd be asking for people if they knew hypnotherapists. And I'd meet one occasionally, get referred to one, and I always ask them about it. Do they do that kind of stuff? And I was like, no, I kind of stick to more like weight loss and stress and anxiety and, insomnia and, smoking cessation, stuff like that. I don't really kind of go into that alien stuff because I just, they don't believe or they're not into it or whatever, so they don't do that. So we've had a real shortage in MUFON for years. And then I've been, like I said, done a lot of networking. I was working with some business colleagues of mine, and one of them had another colleague who runs an organization called the Hypnosis Mastery Institute. And he did like a talk for us. We're very interesting guy, and he had this great offer or opportunity for us to become trained as hypnotherapists. I thought, this could be cool because MUFON needs hypnotherapists. I got someone I know, like, and trust who's recommending someone that I now kind of know, like, and trust to become a hypnotherapist. So this could be an opportunity for me to fill that niche in MUFON, to fill that hole that Craig left behind. So I said, okay, I want to talk to this guy. So I got arranged to get a conversation with him. So we had a Zoom call together. We talked about it. And I kind of told him right up front, I said, here's my deal breaker, because this is the big thing for me. I need to know if I go to your course and go through your program, because he said, you'll be certified as a hypnotherapist, which is great. But I said, when I leave that and have my certificate, will I be prepared to have the skills, tools, and abilities to work with someone who's been abducted by aliens or maybe suppressing memory, alien abduction cases? Will I be prepared to work on that? He said, oh my goodness, I can tell you with absolute positivity, without a shadow of a doubt, when you finish my course, you will not be prepared to do that. No. I was like, I told him that's my deal breaker. So I was like, okay, well, he said, but he said, I have a colleague in India, and he specializes in that. He does past life regressions, he does post-traumatic stress syndrome, he does alien abduction stuff, he does all that kind of stuff. He trains people on how to do that stuff. He's like, I can put you on the phone with him today. I said, okay, now we're kind of back in business, because now he's got a connection. So we actually got the three of us together, me and the hypnotherapist and this guy in India. We talked about it, and it made sense to me. They didn't have to talk me into it. It made sense to me. Take the hypnotherapy training, get that solid basic training, and then on top of that, start training to do, hypnotic regressions into alien abductions. And I don't know if I want to do past life regressions or not. I'll be able to, but we want to go into some of those deeper levels of hypnosis. So I'll be getting trained in that. So in the past, I don't know, better part of a month and a half, I've been training as a hypnotherapist. I'm having a lot of fun. It's taking up a lot of my time, but I'm enjoying it. I'm really getting a lot out of it. So I'm training as a hypnotherapist. And what I also did was I reached out to some guys in the Mutual UFO Network and said, hey, look, I've got this great opportunity, great price to get trained as a hypnotherapist. MUFON needs hypnotherapists. Is anybody else interested? So we can have like a whole good team of hypnotherapists, because that's kind of key. For a MUFON hypnotherapist, it's almost better if they're already part of MUFON or already have the belief in extraterrestrials, because if they don't, then you're kind of dragging them into something. So you want someone who's already, knowledgeable about the field, involved in the field, kind of believes in the field. So I threw it out to about 5 or 6 different people in the organization that I knew who I thought might be interested. And sure enough, one guy right off the bat, I want in. So he and I are going through it together. So that'd be 2 of us. But we're in a group of about 8, 10, maybe 12 people going through training all together. So we're all talking about what we're doing, what we're focusing on. And when me and this other guy talked about the UFO stuff, another guy in the group was like, oh my God, that I would love to do that. Is there any way you can get me into that? How I can connect with that? And I was like, well, no. At first I was thinking, no, you can't, because I was like, wait a minute, that's not true. If he gets certified like we are, and then does the extra training like we're doing, gets those qualifications and skills, he'd qualify to be on what MUFON calls they have an ERT team, experience or resource team. So the team has a whole bunch of references or professionals that do different kinds of stuff, and we don't have any hypnotherapists. So well, he doesn't have to be a member of MUFON. Me and the other guy are members of MUFON, so we'd like to get on the ERT team as a resource for hypnotherapists, but he wouldn't have to join. He could just be part of the team as a professional hypnotherapist. So coming through the class, we got 3 people who are going through the class right now, who are going to be training as hypnotherapists. We'll be finishing the basic hypnotherapy course probably early to mid-July, but then we still need to do the training for the deeper levels of the past life regressions, the alien abduction, the repressed memories, PTSD. We'll still need more training on that, but we'll get our basic, hypnotherapy certification probably by mid-July, I'm thinking. So we're working on that. So that's 3 MUFON, 3 potential hypnotherapists for MUFON's ERT resource team. And then it was funny because, like I said, I sent it out like 5 or 6 people. One guy responded right away. Didn't hear from any of the others. But now, like a week or two, actually a few days ago, one of the guys that I initially sent out, he said, "Oh, that sounds interesting. I'd like to hear about that." Well, now the class has started. So, but he said, "I'd like to hear more." I said, "Well, are you going to the symposium? I'll talk to you about it at the symposium." He said, "Yeah, let's get together at the symposium. I'd like to hear more about it." So even though he's not getting in on the first round, he may get in on another round and do the training at a later time. So we could end up with 4 hypnotherapists on MUFON's ERT team. So I'm really excited about that, because it's something that's needed. It's really, because if you've had some sort of trauma or something like that, been abducted by aliens or any kind of trauma, really, you really want someone who can understand and be sympathetic toward you. And a hypnotherapist that doesn't believe in the existence of extraterrestrials and UFOs, it's probably not the best fit, because they're not, they're not that paradigm. Isn't a good fit. But if you got 3 or 4 that are already in that paradigm that have that belief, that's a much better fit. So the client can feel more relaxed and can really step into it and really get into that experience. So yeah, so that's really exciting. And we're looking for, I've had a few people already approach me and go, hey, could you want to practice on me? Do you want to practice on me? Absolutely. I can start practicing on anybody anytime. So if you're interested, now again, if it's the abduction regression stuff, I'm not really trained on that yet, but I'm going to get trained on it. I'll need people to work with, practice with, so that'd be great. So if you're interested in that, let me know. And like I said, I've got 2 other guys who are going through with me, and another 4th one who may be going through sometime in the future. And who knows, the other people that I emailed, they may also go, oh, that sounds interesting. Let me know about that. And I also told them too, I said, if you're not interested, are there people in your chapter who might be? So I was like kind of throwing the net out wide, and no other bites on that. But so I'm really excited about that. So I'll be getting, like I said, my certification in just the hypnotherapy stuff probably middle of July. And then the alien abduction, post-hypnotic regression, that kind of stuff, and that PTSD stuff, it's going to take a little bit longer, but I'm working on it. I'm going that way, so that, it's never too late to start putting the word out. So if that's something where you think you might have been abducted, or someone that thinks they've been abducted, have them reach out to me. You can certainly do that. I'll put my website, I'll put my email and phone number and stuff in the description down there below. Or the best thing to do might be to comment on this video, because it helps me in the algorithms too. But comment on the video so I'll see it, because some of my email addresses, they get so loaded with spam, I don't always see the real stuff, and the spam is all in there. So I'd hate to have it get missed for that. So, but yeah, so I thought you might be interested in that. So that's what I've been up to. It's been keeping me very busy on the weekends. So that's the thing with the courses. You can take the courses during the weekdays or the weekends. And I think the weekdays, if you do the weekday stuff, it's a much shorter class, because you're getting more hours in a shorter period of time. The weekends, you don't not get as much, so the class goes on longer. So, but yeah, we're doing really well. We're having a good time. It's a fun group. And the instructors really thinks we're really good. He's actually keeps bringing in another instructor from India too. Not the same one I'll be working with, but another guy from India who's a really good hypnotherapist. He's kind of working on something. They're giving us lots of good feedback and telling us about techniques and stuff. So yeah, we're really learning a lot. It's been very helpful, very positive, very interesting. So yeah, so that's what I'm stretching into. So I should be a hypnotherapist doing alien abductions within the next couple months. And if you want me to practice, if you want me to practice with you, I'd be happy to do that. Happy to practice with you. And of course, I got 2 other guys for sure, and possibly a 3rd or 4th, however you look at it, who might be wanting to practice too. So yeah, let us know. We can connect you with that, and we'll see what's going on. So it should be good. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll see where it goes, because it's a need that MUFON has had. And like I said, Craig passed away. It's got to be close to 10 years now. We haven't had a hypnotherapist in the organization since then. I don't think. I'm pretty sure we haven't, but again, we could farm them out to people for like one-offs and stuff, but they're like, a lot of times that's if they're not believers to begin with, it makes it a little more challenging. A lot of times they just don't want that type of case. And again too, it's a deeper level. It's not your smoking cessation, weight loss, confidence, self-esteem. It's not, because those are more kind of surface levels of hypnosis. To get to the alien abductions, hypnotic regressions, past life regression, things like that, you really got to go to deeper levels of hypnosis. So it takes a little bit longer. So, and some people make very good livings at just those higher levels, just with smoking cessation, just with weight loss, just self-esteem. Those things can make people really good living. So there's why go for all that deeper stuff when they can make a good living doing what they want at those higher levels. So that's what's been going on with me. So yeah, so it's Friday night, so I've actually got hypnosis therapy training all weekend. So I'll be doing most of the weekend. I'll be spending a lot of time with the hypnotherapy group, getting trained and stuff. So yeah, that's what's going on. So I'll keep you updated. I'll try to post videos more frequently than I have been, which isn't hard to do, because I haven't posted any in a long time. But that's what's going on with me. So hope you enjoyed it. If you've got, like I said, if you've got people who are interested, or if you're one of those people, let me know. It's never too late to start, because even though I haven't gotten the abduction training, I can start with just some simple stuff, getting you used to being getting an induction, getting getting into trance and stuff like that. So yeah, it would be good. So that's what's going on. So hope you enjoyed the video. Again, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on the video, share this video. But I'm gonna wrap it up, because I gotta get to sleep soon, because in the next few hours, because I got hypnosis training all weekend long. It's gonna keep me busy for weekend. So thank you so much for watching. And like I said, if someone who needs this, or if you're one of those people, share it. Let them get in touch with me. We'll see if we can help them out. So Have a fantastic day, everybody. Take good care of yourselves. Take good care of each other. And I will see you next time, everybody. I am out of here. Bye-bye.